Resume recording. Okay, your head is just turned up a little bit and then inhale again. And exhale. Turn your head back to the center and inhale. And exhale. So as you're turning your head, you're changing how your spine interacts with your lower back area, especially the sciatic nerve area and things like that. Okay. Did that make any change or piss anything off?
No.
All right. Huh?
For both questions, it didn't piss anything off and I didn't feel any change.
Okay. Now I want you to, with your hands on your knees, like you've got them going, I want you to bring your left knee back.
Left knee, I'm on a chair. What do you mean?
I know. So I want you to just kind of edge your knee back just a little bit and take a breath in and exhale. And a breath in and exhale. Take a breath in, exhale, and relax.
Okay, that activates it. Just so you know, putting it back activates it.
Okay, so that activated, yes. How angry did it make it?
It's not angry, it's just activated.
Okay, so activating is okay. Because I wanted to get more blood flow in there, and when we're doing a lot of sitting, things can kind of get a little pinched off. All right, so let's try doing the opposite. Let's bring that knee forward. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And relax. Just kind of trying to get into that area. And now let's have you try to, and let's bring your heel up on the left side and relax. Heel up and relax. Heel up and relax. Heel up and relax. Yes, believe it or not, this is actually exercises that I give to my clients that have sciatic pain, chronic sciatic pain, for when they're flying in an airplane.
This might be sciatic. This might be sciatic.
Probably more than anything.
A real problem with sciatic pain. Not Grace, but Mary. She's
okay. And let's have you lift your leg.
The whole leg.
Yep. You may want to take your arm off of it. So
I'm not putting weight.
And bring it back up. Right down.
Okay.
How did that feel lifting it now?
It still activates it, but it doesn't hurt as much.
Okay. Okay, so we're working in the right area is what you're telling me.
I guess so. Seems like it.
Okay. So it didn't get it pissed off, but it just kind of moved things. Okay. Because with the hips, it's like, is one hip forward, one hip back? Is it lifted up? Is it lift down? I'm trying to figure out what movement gets into it most effectively. All right. Okay. And let's have you try to stand up. And back down.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't know what to do with you.
Yeah, and stand up again. And back down. And back up. And back down. Okay. How are things feeling as you're standing up and down? Getting a little bit more movement?
Not bad. It's not what bothers it. Lifting it like this bothers it. And also the back and the forward of the hip was good.
Okay.
Putting the hip back and then putting it forward was activating it. You know, that's the area.
Giving it relief.
or giving it something.
Okay, great. So we're gonna actually do the same thing, but we're gonna do that with the right leg.
Okay,
Okay, so let's have you bring your knee back on the right. So that should still
it's more like
turn,
putting my butt back, right? My left hip back, my right hip back,
yep, just the one butt cheek.
right? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're basically pushing that butt cheek back, which is giving your spine just a little bit of a off kilter there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I want you to turn your head to slightly to the left. And I want you to breathe to the top of your head. And exhale down towards the tailbone. Back your head off just a little bit. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Head back to the center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And relax.
When I put this hip back, it makes me feel, it feels like my whole rib cage is changed, is shifted, because I think that's the natural place for the rib cages to shift that way anyway, or something.
Yeah. How did that alter the intersection of how your sacrum and tailbone worked with your hip?
I didn't notice anything.
Okay.
It's just like my rib cage felt like it was going this way instead of forward, just because I put the hip back.
Gotcha. Okay. I think we're still getting into that left hip. Now
Okay.
now we brought it forward. This time let's bring that hip, bring the knee back on the
No,
right.
I just did the opposite. I just put it back before, now I put it forward.
Oh, now let's take it forward. Yep. And turn your head to the left a little bit. And inhale up. And exhale down. And bring your arms out. And bring them straight in front of you. And bring your palms facing each other. Yep. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. Head back to the center. And inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. And relax. Okay. How's that left side feeling now?
I'm just noticing it in my back because I held my arms out.
Yeah, because we didn't want your spine to twist. And by
Yeah,
bringing your
I
arms
wanted
up,
to,
it's
when
less
my
likely
hips,
to.
when my hips are that way, it feels like my rib cage wants to go that way too, but
Gotcha. And let's try to lift that left leg now.
it's activated.
Okay.
It's right here.
Is it angry?
No, no, but it's like more of the same. Like before, it would be angry when I lift my leg, and then in the last day or half a day or whatever, it's been okay. It's been, it's really nice to just lift it by my hand, because when I do it like this, it activates back here and then it hurts. I mean, then it feels uncomfortable.
Gotcha.
It's
Now I
not,
want you
it's
to,
not, it's not under its own power. It's like, not like, yeah, no problem. And this like, ah.
right. Okay. Now I want you to push your right butt cheek down to the chair
Mhm.
and bring your arms straight out. And inhale up. And And exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And relax. And bring your arms back up again. This time, push your left butt cheek down to the chair. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And relax. Let's have you stand up.
I was thinking it might have to do with the scoliosis exercises because it seems like most of my weight is on this side. And maybe not doing the right exercises or enough of them has activated it. I don't know if it's related to that. Anyway.
And sit back down. And stand back up again. Make sure it's less about your feet and more about your heels as you go down.
Okay.
And sit down again. And back up again. And down. And up.
Ah!
And down. And relax. And let's have you lift your left leg.
That feels better. What did I
Good.
do? Starting to feel a tiny bit better. I don't know which exercise that was.
I think it was the pushing,
Pushing them down.
I think it was pushing it down. Hang on just a sec.
Yeah, it was hard to do.
Okay. So basically, with a lot of sitting and things, and with scoliosis, things go up like this. And it's like, which side goes? Okay, there we go. Whoop. The blur does not help. So one side is up. And then what is happening is the sciatic nerve is right in here. I'm going to unblur my video.
Yeah, do that. Be easier.
Because that's just frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen your office before.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So you've got one side that's kind of goes up and everything kind of goes to the right. And so, things can kind of get a little out of whack. So basically, we push this down to make it a little worse. And then we push the left side down to kind of open things up more. And then we had you just basically getting up and down, which is going to kind of move the whole tailbone area more.
Okay. And what are those cords coming out of there? Those ligaments or?
These are going to be nerves. And then there's another nerve here, the sciatic nerve. That's going to be the one that fuels a lot of what goes down into the leg.
Okay.
And then it also goes, so it's like, I think of the sciatic nerve kind of like the Mississippi. It starts with a low flow and then gradually it goes down. But if anything blocks that, then your muscles don't get, like a beaver goes and comes in, builds a cute little dam, and it can cut off the blood flow. That'll make muscle weaknesses, that you don't even know, don't even notice right off that top of the head, until down the road. It's like, hey, how come things didn't get, there's a long path of the Mississippi that goes all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. But if anything blocks that, all of a sudden if with too big of a dam, then it causes pain, that causes backup, causes water flow issues. Yeah, so
It is really hard to put my left tailbone, not whatever the bone is that's sitting on the chair. It's hard to press that down more than the right, because the right wants to be down, automatically wants to be down further.
right. Yeah. So yeah, so it's kind of like we forced it down to just kind of open up. We used that leg and kind of forced everything down so that it would just kind of open up in this area that's pinchy, basically. And it might not feel pinchy, but sometimes people can have numbness going down the legs or neuropathy, and sometimes it's just muscle weakness. So that's kind of what you got going on there. So when one of the so sitting, that's one way to kind of get things out of pain, but also what we've had you like lay on the pillow to kind of even things out and use your gravity so that, but I'm going to have you actually oh, there's not much time to do it, but you get to do it anyways. So until you have your surgery. So it's called a heel slide. Have we done those with you?
I don't know what they are.
Okay. So basically when you're laying on your back, you literally slide your heel out and you slide your heel back. So your knees are bent.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So your knees are bent and you're
Yeah.
basically sliding one foot out from the heel and sliding it back in. Sliding it out and going real slow, sliding it back in. Oh, here, I should even out my spine here. Slide it out.
Can't see your back anyway. So I can see from here forward.
Oh, this is my back right here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
See, here's my knees being bent.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just basically sliding the heel out
I got
and
it. I got it.
sliding it back in.
That's what I was
Sliding it
thinking.
out and
Got
back in. So doing that about seven times on each side, that'll help to kind of get that tailbone and get those hips back where it should be. So you'll be using the weight of your pelvic region here when you're laying on the floor. So basically it'll be as you're sliding it out. Let's see if I can do this here. So you're sliding it. When you're sliding it back, it's coming up. You're sliding it out, it's coming down. There we go. So sliding it up, sliding it down.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Sliding it up, sliding it down. So it's getting into the whole pelvic floor just by your heels as you're pushing them out and pushing them back.
On both legs, right?
Yep. So one at a time.
What's really interesting is we did all this work on the back, and in a way, we haven't done anything with the hip area. I'm not anything. We haven't done a lot. I'm just thinking this could be great for my scoliosis.
I've done a lot with the upper body, and I'm now just kind of going,
Yeah.
I've literally people with sciatic pain, this is the first exercise they get to do, working with alignment and kind of engaging. And they do say, if you want to get better at something, teach. And I'm like, I am diving into the pelvic floor and the core muscles, and here's what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and why I'm doing it. And I'm going, I am underutilizing. And it's like, okay, do we have everybody on the same page yet? But yeah, that lower heel slide really does help to get into those pelvic floor muscles.
You know what I wonder? I wonder what you did. I wonder if what you did was just to release the sciatic nerve from being pinched.
Yep.
I wonder if that's it. It's like,
Yep. Working with that, because that's like area that people get pinched. Like, I mean, I got some big guys that are going on airplanes, and I was like, okay, if you come into the same pain that what you had, you're going to have a miserable vacation. But here's what you can do in the airplane when you can't get up and move. Here's how you can move your hips. And they're like, that's amazing. And that heel up, heel down is another way of kind of flossing those nerves. And you can even do it on the other side. And those are the same time when you're sitting on a webinar, especially like for 4 days times, those are things you can do without anybody even noticing on a Zoom call.
Mhm.
Nobody will notice.
Oh, they can't see me anyway. It was one of those big ones. It wasn't,
Right. Well,
I
you
was,
got like hundreds of people, and it's like,
you're
if
not
you
on the
had a
screen.
thumbtack, you'd only be
No,
this big
no, no, you
anyways.
can't, you can just see the speaker. You can't see anyone else. It was that kind of a presentation kind of one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I know it, one would say, oh, get up and move around during it, but it's like, depending on what the webinar is, you you listen better when you're sitting sometimes versus, getting up and walking around the room sometimes.
Yeah, I got up a few times but not much. Just it depends on if you want to be writing or something or want to be, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So a few simple exercises seem to do it. So did you figure out why we couldn't get in?
No, no,
It
I did
actually
not.
kicked me, it actually kicked me out once. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I was waiting for you and it kicked me out. I had to start over.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't let me in. And it's like you were able to get in, but I couldn't. And it's like, what's going on? And then we were so muted. I don't know what happened there. I could hear things on my side, and then I finally tested the mute or tested the audio, and all of a sudden you came in.
Oh, so it's like you've done so many with so much stuff with my back. I could send me them.
Yeah, I know I'm a little behind.
And I don't know, I have an appointment with you next Monday or Tuesday or something. And I could keep it if you want. I mean, if you are, if you wanting to do more upper back, more with my back. So
Gotcha, because you go into surgery soon.
it's next Thursday,
Oh,
a
next
week from,
Thursday.
it's a week from Thursday. Yeah.
Gotcha. So this would be a really good those heel slides, heel out, heel back, 7 times each side, sets of 3, doing that every day. That will help to prepare you for that surgery as well. It'll get those ligaments, get a lot more blood flow to them, keep you out of sciatic pain, activate the pelvic floor muscles. So that's good. That's going to be your surgery prep exercise to activate the core and the pelvic floor muscles.
All
So
right.
the belly button up, belly button down has been engaging those pelvic floor muscles. So even though, are we working with the lower back? Yes. Those belly button up, belly button down works with that lower core that goes all the way up to the neck.
So when I lay on the pillow and it's pressing on my lower back, that's where it stops. I haven't been able to do that since this thing because I'd start it higher because putting a little curve in my back was not helping it.
No,
It would
no.
activate the sciatic.
Okay. So it
Yeah.
should be better now. If it's not, so kind of do what we did, but then just kind of like push your hip back into the bed a little bit
Mhm.
and then relax. Push it down and relax. So you're actually pushing. So you're laying with your body this way, and then you're pushing your hip back. And see, okay. So you're pushing that hip back. See how that just opened up
Ah,
right in there? Pushing it back. So when you were doing the heel, where we were like pushing the knee back, that's what we were getting into right there. So you're being able to do that with and then also if it feels uncomfortable, what you can also do is turn your head towards where it feels uncomfortable. Because when you turn your head, it changes the angle and gives you more space. That's why we had you turn your head.
yeah, it's still not back. Is it inflammation? If like putting ice on it help, do you think?
It might, yeah.
Because I was thinking about like, should I be icing this?
Let us
Then
hmm.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking this still hurts, raising my leg. W- What would make the difference? Like, why is it hurt? Why does it hurt?
Okay. So we're going to take, this time, we're going to take your left knee and we're going to slide it in towards your right. Yep.
Slide just
I
the
take
knee.
that back. Okay. So your knee, both knees are going forward.
Mhm.
Okay. Now I want you to angle your left knee towards your right.
Like that.
Yep. Okay. Now bring your arms out in front of you
Yeah, that is getting into it.
and inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Gently turn your head to the right and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Turn and look straight again. Inhale, exhale, and relax your leg. And let's try standing up a couple of times. That kind of just resets and gets the hips working together again. And back down. And up again. And back down. And up again. And back down. And relax. Okay. How's that leg? Did that make any change to that leg area?
Maybe a little. I
Okay.
feel it here, but it seemed like maybe I had to raise it higher to get it to feel like that.
Okay. So one of the things after the heel slide, what I have clients do when they're laying on their back doing heel slide, and then I have them just keep their leg raised up and have them do the alphabet, which gets into all the different muscles.
I do that every morning
Laying on your back?
on both legs. Yeah.
Okay.
I do it before I get out of bed every morning because I had a
Okay.
plantar fasciitis on one foot, and that's what I started doing it years ago.
Yep. Because so the heels, so I have them do the heel slide and then the alphabet.
Mm.
Because that gets into even your deep glute muscles though, too. It depends how far you've got it raised up, but it also goes and gets all the blood flow.
Yeah. I
So
was hanging every morning, but I decided not to hang for these 2 weeks just so they can have the natural where my everything is sitting right away already, automatically. Because I would
okay.
do the upside down every morning. I feel so good on my back, like stretch, great stretch. I miss it. But I just thought, if things are going to sit where they sit, so they're naturally where they would be rather than me using gravity to put them back up. I'm talking about organs.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, because it takes the pressure off of the lower pelvic floor.
Well, I was thinking if they're sinking down, it will help them go more toward my head.
So actually, when you're doing that, then you could actually go and do the Kegels, which is going to help with those pelvic floor muscles too when you're upside down. So then they don't drop down quite as far, gravity wise. But do your heel slides and you continue to do the alphabet, but do the
Yes.
heel slides first, then the alphabet.
Okay.
Because that'll warm up the quadratus lumborum. It'll warm up all those core muscle, those pelvic floor and core muscles before you do the alphabet.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, so I don't know. Did you want to see me on Monday, Tuesday, or is this
Yeah,
enough?
sure.
Or-
I don't know. I mean, what do you think? It's almost like, um, it's like, do I already have a good selection and I really just need to do them on my own? That's the question. It's just the reason I put you there is because I won't see you for a month or 5 weeks or something.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of lower body stuff. You're probably right that you've got enough upper body and your lower body just needs to rest. Once it gets calmed down
After
and you
the
can,
surgery.
no, I mean now,
Oh, okay.
because you got some hip issues going on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
because I'm pretty sure that they're gonna pull both of those off of you as soon as you have your surgery.
both what?
Both the heel slide as well as the
Oh,
alphabet.
you're gonna tell me not to do it. Is that what you mean?
I'd be surprised if they let you because you're gonna need some time to let your
Oh, I'm
pelvic
not
floor
gonna do
muscles
much of
just
anything for a while because I am not undoing what they did.
right.
It's too
Yeah.
expensive and painful.
Yeah.
Expensive because you'd have to go back for surgery if you undo something and, okay, and so are you gonna send me those? Since
Yes, I am.
I sent you an email, I think it's this, December 23rd, was it? Or January 23rd, I think was the last one I received.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
I was working on two different computers. It's like, where'd they both go? So,
okay, and,
so I had to find them.
so are we deciding I don't need to see you next week? I mean, does that sound, what do you think?
Your call.
I know.
Hmm.
I like to see you because it motivates me more, you
Okay.
know, because
So I
then
will
some,
see you next week then.
okay. Yeah, because then I'm not gonna see you for 5 weeks and it's kind of like, yeah. So I'll tell you when I have you.
Okay.
I have you at 1 o'clock on the 2nd, which is a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's
And because also it's because if I'm working my muscles, then they won't get worked for a while.
true.
And I do get a better workout when I do the whole thing with you.
Okay. Yep, I've got you down for 1 o'clock on Tuesday.
Okay, think of some dandy exercises for my back.
Hmm,
All right, there.
awesome. Well, great job. Sorry that it didn't work out quite so well in the beginning. We got it figured out eventually.
Yeah. Well, thank you for seeing me.
Oh, absolutely. And I will get working on sending these out to you.
Oh.
Awesome.
Okay, take
Okay.
care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.
Sounds good. Bye. See you next week.